and they are therefore on track and will slot into position, not in their grid positions, but at the very back. So, coming out of La Source, they will accelerate down towards the ceremonial start line. This is where the race will finish. The timing line just is where the cars are going over now. The traditional start line is further up the pit straight, but from the 24 hours of Spa, it is the start line as ever used coming out of the hairpin at La Source. So, the Maserati MC Extrema, moving on to a previous winning car in the colours, the MC12 in Vitaphone livery. It stimulates the memory, doesn't it? That will peel into the pit lane. Marvin Kirchhofer, Jules Gounon on the front of the grid. Maxi Gertz, Vincent Abril on row 2. They make the run up towards the timing line, up towards the flag. The crowd strike. Spa, 24 hours for 2025 is go. Marvin Kirchhofer floors the throttle. We go racing, and it's the McLaren ahead. The two Mercedes go toe-to-toe for second place. Vincent Abril gets a bit boxed in. Maro Engel is fifth. Look down from the drone as they flick left, right, up the hill, out of Rouge and through Ravion for the first time. Really good start by Marvin Kirchhofer, but what can the rest do as they climb the hill? It's a safe start as the field wriggles up Ravion for the first time. Bit of dust being kicked up in the mid-pack by the BMW from Paradigm there, but it's Kirchhofer who leads. Gounon goes second, side by side. Engel in fifth, and the start is being looked at just to make sure that all was well. Just look what a busy racetrack it is as they hit Lickle for the first time.
So far so good. I was surprised Jules Gounon was a bit slow off his toes, but actually Maxime Martin has had to slot behind that Ferrari. So now they come into Brussels 2 by 2. This is where it starts to get riskier being side by side. Your elbows are sharp and you're trying to get into single file as we go back on board that 96 Rutronic Porsche. You hear that flat six screaming as they go down the hill into Moore.
So lap number 1 of racing, lap number 2 of the race with that extra formation lap in the time. And you can see in the sunshine, people desperately trying to find track position. You do not want to get stuck in a battle pack on such a busy racetrack. 7 kilometres long, of course, the Spa-Francorchamps circuit, but it's a lap that goes round pretty quickly. One car way wide coming out of Coulon, looking to try to rejoin. It's the Castle Ferrari, skips back onto the racetrack. The field then now coming up to the exit of pit path and down towards campus for the first time. But a really good first lap from Kirchhofer. Another Garage 59 McLaren out in the gravel, but able to rejoin. Gounon second, Abril third. Gertz, Engel next in the queue. Then you've got a really quick starting Sandy Mitchell in the VSR Lamborghini. And as they come through Blanchimont for the first time, Marvin Kirchhofer it is in the lead. But let's see whether or not he's going to be able to build that gap, or whether or not Jules Gounon could reel him in and have a go back. He's won this event in an Audi because Gounon, he's won it in a Mercedes AMG. There's Vincent Abril, who was a Sprint Cup winner at Brands Hatch back in May, and he runs third as the cars now come over the timing line to effectively put a racing lap in the book. Down towards La Source they will go, and it is Marvin Kirchhofer who now, the timing display proclaims, has done 2 laps of the drama at the chicane because a round has gone. The other Garage 59 McLaren, and that means that Dean McDonald is trying to get himself back onto the racetrack as we go with a yellow sector, not a full course yellow, not a safety car, but a yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, from the drone you can see the rear of that 58 car was loose. That car being on the dirt, gravel 3 times on the first lap. That 58 car being knocked up. Dean McDonald, hopefully no damage. That looked like it over-rotated into the bus stop chicane. Hopefully can restart.
Lamborghini forefront that are going to be upholding honour. Cars come out of the last corner then, heading up towards the timing line. The clock will start as soon as the cars break the timing beam. It's a long run down towards the first corner, and the start's going to be given with the flag. The drivers accelerate up towards the line. Round 1 of Fanatec GT World Challenge Europe, powered by AWS Endurance Cup, set to get underway here at Paul Ricard. The flag is waved. We go racing then as the cars accelerate down towards turn 1. Good getaway by Bortolotti, good getaway by Gouven as well. The cars fan out across the road, 3-4 wide in mid-pack, side by side to turn 1. Gouven is late on the brakes on the outside. He's run deep into the corner. He's up the curb. He's off the road completely. He's going to cut the corner. He rejoins second. There's a spin. It looks like it's possibly 163. Christian Engelhardt has got around. That was the Grauser Lamborghini on cold rubber that's rotated. Let's look down from the drone, see what we can find. There are cars off the road and back on again. So turn 2 has been the first pinch point. And look at this, 3 abreast, dive down under braking. The drone of the cars, but it's a great shot this as you hover above the pack down towards turn 5, up the curve on the inside. There are drivers, there are cars all over the place.
Well, that's not turns 1 and 2. You can expect to see cars cutting the inside of the corner, but not down to the far end of the circuit through turns 5.
Forever in my mind, only you. The pieces in my life go away with you.
But then in another respect you do, because you have the slipstream of the guy who gets past you. So it's now down to under 3 seconds, and as we know, Lukowski has got great pace. We know he's done some audacious moves, that move around the outside that we saw just a couple of laps ago. This is tantalising, this is close, and this is unpredictable. It is what Gran Turismo and these World Tour events is all about. As Jimmy said earlier on, the winner on the road will be the winner of this Manufacturers Series final. It's Sidok who is defending, it's Mercedes-Benz rather in second position, with Lukowski at the wheel, who are challenging for this race lead. A great job as well for BMW in that final podium position, and also Ford there as well, and Lexus, who have recovered what has been a difficult evening for them inside the top 5. Don't forget about Aston Martin, they've been pretty much nowhere, but after a good third race, they are now up inside the top 7.
Tell you what, if you're online right now, go share this out. This is coming down to the last lap on the last race for race victory here. All the guys here live at the Ring Boulevard, come over to the Gran Turismo stand. This is going to be a very exciting finish. It'll be a big shame if you missed it. The gap now only down to 1.8 seconds. It's nearly within the drafting range at this point, coming into the last sector. This is where we've said so many times where a tyre advantage will really help you over your competitor. Now look at Cody. He is leaving nothing on the table from curb to curb there. Here's a man who knows the car and track like the back of his hand, and now putting up to the back of Toyota in front. Cy Bishop, all he can do is drive as hard as he can, and please don't think that Cy Bishop isn't trying, because on those hard compounder tyres the car is a lot slower than when it's on soft. He's doing a great job keeping it on track right now, but it's just seeing he's closer and closer every passing second, Tom.
Well, regardless of what happens, this has been a great race from both teams. Lukowski, Williams and Valverde with the Mercedes-Benz, Kemelham, Yamanaka and Cy Bishop, who is now behind the wheel of the Toyota. Both teams have driven to perfection. They have not put a foot wrong, and the tension that this is creating coming down to the final lap and coming down to the Dottinger Höhe, unless a mistake is forced by either driver, it is surely going to come down to a slipstream battle on the final lap here at the Nurburgring.
Here we go then, moment of truth coming up. Toyota have about 0.6 of a second lead. It's not going to be enough to put away on the straight. Cody has gone from being 10 seconds behind at the start of his lap to now being within touching distance of Toyota. Coming round the corner before the second carousel. Exit out of here is very important for your run onto the dot and Jehovah. Both cars out of there very nicely. Cody on the throttle a bit sooner there, using the grip for the tyre, and now coming around the long right-hander. And this is it. This is all it's all come down to. 4 races this entire weekend. All the shows before this. Here it is now. A straight fight between first and second. Down the back straight, Cody in the slipstream.
He's going to go defensive, you can see that, but here comes Cody. Is he going to be able to try and find a way past? He's not reading him as close as he would like. This straight is actually very short in these Group 3 cars, but that Toyota has got great legs on it. Is Lukowski going to be able to do anything? A look over from Cy Bishop, but Lukowski, he's maxed out. He's got no more straight line speed. He's going to have to try something. He's going to have to think about a lunge, surely, into the left-hander. That's brilliant. Here comes Lukowski. They're side by side. This is amazing for the Manufacturers Series final win. Lukowski on the inside, Bishop on the outside in the Toyota. Oh! They're side by side still, and Toyota and Cy Bishop take victory here in the Manufacturers Series final.